Okay, this is a diaphragm release, diaphragm massage exercise. So this is a fabulous way to really introduce yourself to your breathing muscle. So this is a muscle that doesn't have any nerve endings. So we can't feel it when it gets tight like we can with our quads or our hamstrings, for example. So it's a really good idea to get acquainted with this diaphragm muscle and use exercises like the one I'm about to demonstrate to release it. And the reason why we want to release it is because so many of us spend our entire lives in this state of stress, and that is a consequence of modern living, unfortunately. And a typical characteristic of being in a state of stress is always preparing for danger. So as far as the nervous system is concerned, there is a threat to the safety of you, to your body. And so the nervous system is on high alert. And what you do when you're on high alert, you are always looking for danger. And you're not doing this in a relaxed state, right? You're looking for danger whilst preparing for danger. So your body is tight, okay? Especially if you are, untrained. So what I mean by that is athletes who like fight for a living, like boxers or MMA fighters. They've been able to condition their nervous system to be on high alert without the constant bracing. Whereas the regular layman, like you and I, if we are in a constant unconscious state of stress, we will be in a state of bracing, and we tend to brace here in our stomach area. We brace and we hunch over slightly, and our shoulders come up, and we are here to guard our internal organs. So this bracing is going to lock the diaphragm, okay? So we need to unlock it. So this one exercise is a great way to do that. And it is an exercise that is not only going to unlock your diaphragm, it's also going to train your CO2 tolerance, okay? Because we are going to be holding our breath whilst we do this. So anyone can do this. It's a very user-friendly exercise, and what you're going to want to do is want to sit down in a comfortable position, ideally with your legs crossed, okay, and also ideally with your hips raised. So for me, I'm sitting on a bolster right now. So what you want to do is you want to take in a big breath and fill yourself up right to the brim. Even more, and then what you're going to do, exhale. And as you're exhaling, you want to fold forward, whilst exhaling the rest of the air. And what the folding forward does is that it basically just, when you run out of toothpaste and you roll it up from the bottom to get out the rest of the toothpaste from the tube, that's what you're doing. You're squeezing all the air out of your tube as you fold forward. Once you get to the bottom, there's still a little bit of residue air left in your lungs, so what you're going to want to do is you want to cough, or I like to spell my name out just in silence. And what that does, it just activates the diaphragm, right? So if you put your hand on your stomach and cough, your diaphragm is pushing up, and what it does is just kicking out the rest of the air. You want to empty yourself out completely, okay? So let's do that again. Right, and once all the air is out, you're going to want to relax, hold your breath, sit up. Now, you're still holding your breath at this point. And because you are completely relaxed and empty, your diaphragm is in the most relaxed position possible, which means you are able to get your fingers underneath your rib cage and massage the bottom of your diaphragm. You won't be able to get right into the diaphragm, it's too far up there, but that's why we do the exhale, to make it as low as we possibly can, okay? So once you're up, your Don't hold tension. That's what's tempting to do. You're going to want to hold tension, but you want to try and relax as much as possible. Get your fingers right underneath the edging of your rib cage. Right, we'll go right round to the sides. Avoid the middle. That's your esophagus. Don't want to do that. So it's really get in there. And when you find any tight spots, just linger on that and really just like loosen it up. You'll be doing this whilst holding your breath, and obviously whilst you're holding your breath, your carbon dioxide levels are rising, and then you're going to feel that significant urge to breathe. Now, this is where you can add a little bit of additional load or challenge to this exercise. So when you feel that urge to breathe, the temptation again, because the CO2 level is going to be quite high, the temptation is going to want to gasp and breathe up into the chest. But we don't want to do that, do we? No. We want to breathe through the nose and ideally try and get the correct mechanics going here and breathe into your belly. So we're utilizing diaphragm massage, we're utilizing CO2 tolerance, we are increasing our CO2 tolerance, and we are going to make this a mechanical exercise as well. So it's a multifaceted exercise. So, I mean, just before we continue, just whilst you're sitting up watching this now, just get your fingers underneath your rib cage. You can feel it's quite tight, okay? And then you'll notice how loose it gets once you feel you release all the air, because it's tight because there's a lot of air in your lungs right now, so it's causing that pressure. Cool. Okay, so let's do one together. Big breath in. Fold, exhale. Keep going, keep going. Cough, or spell your name. Hold your breath, sit up, relax, get your fingers. Hold your breath. Feel for any tight spots, really linger in there. Then once you feel that really strong urge to breathe, nasal, belly. Cool. That's it. You want to do this, like I like to do this as often as I can. I like to try and do it every other day. But if you're really significantly tight, then you might want to do it multiple times per day on an empty stomach. And once you've done this for a week or so, recheck your BIQ and let's see if there's been any difference there, especially in your range of motion. Because once you release the diaphragm a little bit, it's able to contract the way it's supposed to. We should see some improvements in your mobility of your rib cage. Okay? Have fun.